I'm never in between, I'm either hot or cold. Can't be a loser, I maneuver like I got a clone. I'm out here in these streets like I ain't got a home. And you barely hear from me like I ain't got a phone. Because there's no days off, there's no days off. I know it sounds a little painful, but it pays off. Social sites was distracting, so I stayed off. Spoke to God that me and Satan had a face off. I swear my life was like a rocket, then it takes off. First I plotted, then I got it, couldn't wait long. I put the pedal to the metal, then took the brakes off. And I kept it A1 like the steak sauce. My paychecks used to be a pair of Jordans, and I know I can't afford them, but I went ahead and bought them. Then I quit, started spent my money on recording. Yeah, the studio was small, but man, that made me a fortune. Made me a fortune, man. Trying to stop me. Y'all can't stop me. This is forever. Forever, man. I mean that.
Come in, sounds like I see it's in there. Hey, I'm on your turf again. This, that, yeah. You from the back of the. I got a girl, Brad. Yeah. She go to battle. LED logo the tag. Yeah. I go in back of the. They all from that. Yeah. My diamonds, they all look at. This, that. Yeah. I go to bed on bed. I got the beam in the flex. I got it in the back. Haters, they talk the chat. They step on the rock, the man. I'm a K-back. 400K. I found out where you lay at. I got the lurking and they hate cats. Pockets stay fat. I got the from the block and they scamming, they know what banks at. I got the work on the avenue, they know what tanks at. I got the live in the mansion, they know what that. I got some that's up in the Jordan, they know what that. I came on top of the building, yeah, my we had a plan. We came on top of the building, yeah, my we never ran. Down there, thought that had a fan. Oh, hey, any 10 o'clock, got a flight out, yeah, I'm going back out to Japan. I got 2 Billy truck and a bitch door with a land. Bruce Wayne, I'm Batman. Batman, I'm best man. I got my best man. I got my. I go to hotels when I step out, yeah, your boy got a doorman. I go to nightclubs for the. Yeah, they call me the madman. I ain't no madman. I just go crazy, man. Ball hard, can't face, man. Choppers, rip wasteland. This what happen when you give it a taste life and you give it a wasteland. This what happens when you give it a fake life and then the aping. I live with birds come in. Sounds like I see it's in there. Hey, I'm on your turf again. This, that. Yeah. You from the back of the. I got a girl, Brad. Yeah. She go to battle. I live with birds come in. Sounds like I see it's in there. Hey, I'm on your turf again. This, that. Yeah. You from the back of the. I got a girl, Brad. Yeah. She go to battle.
Hey, I ain't folding under pressure, I ain't switching for no. I ain't talking to no cop and I ain't telling on my bros. Ain't no but don't push me, fingers itching on that. Plotting on my come up, gotta watch stay at my nose. Long nights I just to hit the studio. Now I'm eating steak and shrimp, I ain't eating sloppy Joe. Looking to the mirror, flexing now it in his glow. Bust off like a. Welcome to the.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. Welcome to the special Saturday edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a terrific matchup on tap between the Baltimore Ravens and the Dallas Cowboys. So with that, let's head over to the heart of Texas. Massive AT&T Stadium in Arlington. On the call, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Dallas trots on the field. There's Dak Prescott, their quarterback. Kind of an up-and-down year for him as you look back, Charles. He did have a career high, although the sample size is pretty small, just a few years, but better than 3,700 yards. I don't know. What'd you make of Dak?
I thought he continued to make improvement. You know, people want to talk about his accuracy. If you look at his numbers, way better than you would expect when people mention where he places the football. He is 32-16 as a starter in the regular season. And his number of touchdown passes, as you said, small sample size, but 23, 22, 22 in his 3 years. I would tell him going forward, aim for a career high in rushing yards. That'll help their entire offense.
A first down throw for Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And, right away, he lost the football. And the Ravens have got it. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs. First time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there is no such thing as a safe run, right? Right out of the gate, you're going to be in some traffic. Got to take care of the ball, and he didn't do that.
For Baltimore, Charles, if you look back to this season, it was pretty interesting. They start 4-5. You think John Harbaugh may not be there. He's on thin ice. Joe Flacco's at quarterback. But then Lamar Jackson comes in, and everything changed. Their whole offense changed.
It certainly did because of the infusion of speed at the quarterback position. And throws the ball a little bit better from the pocket than maybe he got credit for. Has to get better at that. But I think people had to adjust because Joe Flacco as a quarterback, you knew where he would be every time. 3 to 5 steps behind center, you could go get him. With Lamar Jackson, he could be anywhere and make a big play. And how about that defense? #1 in the league in fewest yards allowed yet again.
12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opened things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well. But he's got it.
Here's the first carry for Alex Collins. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. On 2nd down, Collins. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. From the gun, Jackson, and that is incomplete. Chidobe Awuzie there to make the play in coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker Justin Tucker out onto the field. And Tucker, the former Longhorn, puts this one through, and the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. He's got to clear his mind a little bit right now. 1 carry, and that carry was a lost fumble.
Clear his mind, clear his hands, and just let this one go. Sometimes it happens. You drop the ball. Got a full game ahead of him. Hand it to him again. See if they can start to produce.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Wide open, Amari Cooper. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Change of scenery turned out to be really good this year for Cooper and the Cowboys. 9 games with them, over 700 yards, including that 217-yard 3-score performance against the Eagles.
And remember, that last score was in overtime to give Dallas a huge win in the NFC East and help propel them to a division title. 1,005 yards combined between Oakland and Dallas. The 3rd time he's gone over 1,000 in his 4 seasons in the NFL.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. And here are the Raven defensive starters.
The #1 asset for a pass rusher, his legs. And even in his mid-30s, Terrell Suggs has his firmly underneath him. Last season, 11 sacks, his 7th year of double-digit sacks. Still has all the pass rush moves in his arsenal and can continue to bull rush people in order to get quarterbacks on the ground.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. Prescott now. A battle for it here, and this will be caught. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Now Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays, and it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The return man, Chris Moore. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Well, CD, the NFL held its awards show the night before the Super Bowl, and as you and I had speculated the last few weeks, Patrick Mahomes, MVP, Offensive Player of the Year, and for the 2nd straight season, how about Aaron Donald, Defensive Player of the Year?
Yeah, Donald was expected. We knew that was going to happen. Mahomes, we thought would happen. There was that school of thought that maybe Drew Brees might walk away with the MVP since he's never won one, but Mahomes a deserving winner. How about the Offensive Rookie of the Year? Saquon Barkley with the Giants. Many thought it might be Baker Mayfield with Cleveland.
Yeah, Defensive Rookie of the Year, Darius Leonard of the Colts, and the Colts Comeback Player of the Year, Andrew Luck, and very deservedly so.
I would say that for sure, and he beat out J.J. Watt, who also would have been a deserving winner. Coach of the Year, I thought was a close vote, or probably should have been closer to me, because I thought Anthony Lynn from the Chargers deserves some respect, but Matt Nagy of the Bears, he ends up winning the award. They went 12-4 in his rookie season.
And then last one we need to mention, Chris Long of the Eagles, well-deserved Walter Payton NFL Man of the Year. Congrats to all.
Yeah, how about that? Donated his first 4 game checks to fund a literacy program that donated free books and mentoring services for families. And remember, last season, he donated every game check to causes that he felt strongly about.
All right, here we go. Green 39! Green 39!
Now it's Jackson. To the right side and complete to Hurst. Only 2 yards on the completion. It's 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
A first carry here for Ty Montgomery. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Now, prior to the snap, we hit all zeros as time has run out on the first quarter of play. 7-3 the score. We're back to Arlington in just a moment.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football. They're up against a 3rd and 2 to start things out. Throwing is Jackson. It finds Crabtree for the completion. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. First catch of the game for Crabtree. It's a first down.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short. Blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They go play action now. Jackson looking deep for Crabtree. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum. Big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that that fell harmlessly to the ground. So line of scrimmage, still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. On 3rd down, Jackson. Wide open receiver complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Here we go now. Blue line it.
Jackson to the right side, and he's got more complete. And he gets it down to the 32. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Now let's go. Blue line it.
Montgomery back to the ground. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Here's Jackson. And he's got Snead. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Jackson from the shotgun. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Jaleel Scott from 6 yards away. And the Ravens are in for 6. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. A 10-play drive that time, and it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. On the return, it's Jordan Lewis. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. Now, Charles, as the Cowboys take over here, what do you think of the season that Dallas had? Yes, they get in the playoffs, but that's now 6 straight divisional round games that they've lost.
And that doesn't make you feel great as an organization. But think about this season. They started 3-5. Ended up winning their division. Questions about their head coach Jason Garrett's future. They finished 7-1 to claim that 3rd NFC East title in 5 years. And then they added a playoff win over Seattle as well. So I think the future looks good for Dallas. I also like what they're building in terms of Dak Prescott, Ezekiel Elliott on offense. But how about on defense? They got 2 of the better young linebackers in the league, and Jalen Smith and Leighton Vander Esch. Build around them and watch for the Cowboys to be in the mix in years to come. One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On play action, Prescott. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys. After the sack, it's 3rd and long. A give to Elliott. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Back deep to return is Cyrus Jones. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Before this next drive gets going, we need to discuss the Hall of Fame inductees. There will be 8 in the 2019 class. We got Champ Bailey, Tony Gonzalez, Ty Law. Who else am I forgetting in there?
Well, how about a big guy, a lineman, Kevin Mawai, who was absolutely terrific in his career. How about Ed Reed with the Baltimore Ravens and the great job he did in the secondary there. Pat Bowlen, Gil Brandt as contributors, the owner of the Broncos and the longtime scout with the Cowboys. And I love the senior committee bringing in Johnny Robinson, the safety with Kansas City.
Tony Gonzalez was a first ballot guy, and of course when I hear Ty Law's name, you think, wow, he started this great Patriots dynasty that we're still living in.
You're exactly right. And the Patriots, with all of their championships, probably underrepresented in the Hall of Fame. If you run an out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
All right, here we go. Green.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
This quarterback now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Now Jackson from the gun, he'll throw. Brought in left side by Snead. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. Jackson on first down. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Again, Jackson. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. Third down now.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost. And now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with that football. The Ravens on third down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Now let's go.
Jackson will throw again. His throw caught right around the 6. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. And welcome back. The offensive unit, they took the timeout, and now they get set to line up as we resume action. Jackson throwing once more. Oh, and it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's second down. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. To throw again is Jackson, and that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. That one was intended for John Brown, and it's 3rd and short. This Cowboy defense trying to hold him out of the end zone. They've run it to 3rd and goal. To throw is Jackson, operating from the gun. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Michael Crabtree in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens will extend their lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Now Tucker to add the PAT. Tucker with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all, and it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one has been a hard-hitting affair to this point, and you got to expect we'll see more of the same in the second half. And to bring the action your way, let's get it right back out to Brandon Gaudin.
The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. Moore now on the return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. The drive starts with a run by Collins, and they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, here's Jackson. He uncorks it for Snead. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Play action. It's Jackson. And this one is incomplete.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Here's Sam Cook now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
On 2nd down, Elliott. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. This is fielded inside the 5. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue line.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away.
Well, sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Now a give to Collins. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Set. 3-19.
From the gun, Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a 1st down.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Here's a 1st down run with Collins. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Here we go now. Green 39.
And again, it's Collins. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. To say they've kept him under wraps running the football, that's an understatement. He's been completely neutralized.
Yeah, they've essentially taken him out of the game, haven't they? And you know all the teams say, we're not going to let him beat us. Well, that's exactly what's happened here. They've lived up to that.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This will be 3rd and 5.
Now let's go. Blue lining. Blue lining.
Operating from the gun. Jackson. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. And he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
This is Collins on the handoff. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. Sean Lee, the Pro Bowler, there for the tackle.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets rising up on defense? We always hear about the Cowboys' rushing offense. Their rush defense is pretty good as well, I think, because they're so cohesive. Defensive line, linebackers really work well together.
Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. And they don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Prescott from the gun. And he's got his man on the out route. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far.
Here we go. Wide
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Here we go. Wide 26.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Over the middle, the connection to Hearns. And he'll go down at the 28. Dak finding the former Jag Hearns for the Dallas first down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. To the air again, Prescott. Wide open, Amari Cooper. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. The give is to Elliott. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Here we go. Wide 26.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Escaping, and he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dak Prescott, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys draw a bit closer.
Big score, first step in their attempt to climb back into this game.
Yes, but still some work to do as they get within a score here. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and then, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
Let's go!
Play action. Now Jackson. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. The Ravens get a new set of downs. Give them 17 on that pickup. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Collins, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
Let's go!
They go again with Collins. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This is 3rd and 9.
All right, here we go. Green,
they run with Collins, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. Now Dak Prescott and the offense heading back onto the field. Yeah, here we go, partner. It's his time to shine.
And I've yet to meet a quarterback who had any type of greatness, any type of longevity in the league that didn't secretly love this type of an opportunity. To be the focal point, have the chance to take a team all the way downfield and win the game, that's when they get their stripes.
Yeah, that's when they get their stripes, and he has to take them the length here.
Here we go. 26. 26.
He's back to throw. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 23 yards on the play.
26.
He'll look to throw. Over the middle, Cooper with it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Counting down toward a minute to go in this football game. Back to throw. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early.
False start, offense.
You expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
Well, that's a tough, costly penalty, because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. They'll look to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
And now here come the Ravens. The clock cannot be stopped here. Defense can't do anything. So kneel it down, take it home.
No doubt about it. It's what you practice for in winning situations each and every week. Victory formation. Take a knee and go on into the locker room and celebrate.
Call it a victory. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. A road win in the National National Football League, Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Big D.